They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Stone. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
The first carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
No. Check. Patriots, go. Detroit.
They'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And tough starting field position here. They go play action here on 1st down. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
This complete to Langford. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down now after the pass completion. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On second down, Langford. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! 319! 319!
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down.
Hurry up, here we go! Leopard! Leopard! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. I never want that.
No, that's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward.
And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go! 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go! 1-9!
Off the play fake. Cook. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing, Cook. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. Ohio.
Here's Cook on 3rd and 2. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw is Cook. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Let's go.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's got room. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 62 yards. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Give this time to the tailback. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are. And that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And this will result in it losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Akeem Hunt now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Langford again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Jeremy Langford. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Here we go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stone. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. To play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Langford on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he's got this one down to the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now let's go. Over.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Now Cook. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Let's go. 1, 9,
Cook throwing on 3rd and long. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee, and that's it.
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Watch time, watch time. Tie it right. Watching that, Barney. All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught. Here's Langford. A big hit. Knocked down sideways near the 42. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly, and the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Cook to throw on second down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Cook now. Off play action. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 41-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, Cook being chased out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's Cook on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. In motion goes the tight end.
No, check. Patriot. Over.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Cook. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Back to throw. Cook. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now Gorman. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, that is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Green, 36. Green.
Coming left, Langford. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Second down following the run. Looking to throw. Cook got his man complete over the middle. That's Gilbert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
handoff as they run the counter play. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 46. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Cook. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go! What? Flex round!
Cook to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now a handoff. It's Langford. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll send the tight end in motion. A handoff, Jeremy Langford. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And the wideout in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Ravens on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12.
Now let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And surging back, the Eagles have taken the lead there. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. In motion, the tight end. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.